I want you to be one of my pallbearers, because I trust you as much in my life as I trust you in my death. But I want to tell you something. I'm in no rush to get there. So don't get ahead of yourself. And he looked at me with that beautiful look that he gives you, and he gives the media, and he gives me, and he gives the premier, the former premier. And he says, I'll do my best. Well, by God, ladies and gentlemen, it is time we had our leaders who did their very best and pull it out from their socks to the top of their head. And when you look at them, you know that like shining armor, it's there. Is he tough enough to take on the role of a premier or the leader of a fractious party? Of course he's tough enough, because what toughness comes from is integrity. And this man is as decent, my daughter said, as the day is long. And lastly, can he replace another knight in shining armor? Is it possible to replace the irreplaceable? Oh, you bet it is. And I'll tell you why. Because I was doing a speech to teachers in Good Soil the day that John F. Kennedy was assassinated. And the radio was on, and even Saskatchewanites were crying, John F. Kennedy, can you replace John F. Kennedy? He was replaced by Lyndon Johnson, who had a very different style and a very different mien, but in the final analysis pushed through more legislation in a shorter period of time than any previous president. Franklin Delano Roosevelt couldn't be replaced. And his mother doted him by saying, in fact, this man stands alone among the men and the women of the world. But you will recall that a little guy with a feel for the people, Harry S. Truman, replaced him, and then made the most difficult decision that Americans ever had to make to end the war. No one is irreplaceable, but those who walk in their own footsteps, in their own shoes, in their own moccasins, as my great, great friend Ken Cheveldayoff is, deserves the right to show you that he has the toughness, and he has the integrity, and he has the decency, and he has the drive to take on the highest office in the province.